Hello. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? If you haven't joined us for the sunrise sessions, what are you doing? When you go to my page and you look for the sunrise sessions, they're under the live tab, not the videos tab. Today's message this morning was so loud, so undeniable. I just hope that everybody that received it, that heard it, I should say, actually received it. Now, I'm talking about the other place where we go live, not on TikTok. Messages that come out during the morning time are a lot different than the ones that come out during the afternoon. During the afternoon, it's a lot more chaotic. It's a lot more straight to the point. But in the mornings, we have more time to spend with the angels, the higher angels, to download the higher messages. One of the things one of my mutuals said today, that today is a very big day for communication and saying big words that mean big things. One of my mutuals mentioned about getting tarot readings from people who are not tarot readers. When you're getting a reading from a mystic or a high priestess or a high priest or whoever it is other than a tarot reader, understand you're signing up for an entirely different experience. If you want to know why John keeps acting the way he does, go for your tarot reader. If you're not ready to do the work for why you keep attracting people like John in the first place, go to a tarot reader. But when you are ready to do the work, to open your heart, to step into your own level of understanding where your intuition grows, your mind opens up, your heart opens up, you read in between the lines. When you're ready for that journey, you're ready to attract all the good things, all the beautiful things that life has to offer. Then you go find the mystic, then you go find the high priestess, then you go find someone with the spiritual fortitude and not just a tarot reader. Okay. Tuesday, it's Mars Day. It's the energy of war. It's the energy of showing up and doing what needs to be done to manifest those dreams into your reality. We know from the sunrise session and this blue moon, this is a week, right, of one in a lifetime opportunities, those once in a blue moon opportunities manifesting into your reality, not just on the collective, right, but for you, the person who's listening to this right now, right, individually. We heard this morning, and I had to say this disclaimer, it's not because I'm a Knicks fan, right, but that win last night is our confirmation that for chosen ones who have been doing the work, you've just quantum leapt. You just took a jump into a higher timeline. For them to keep specifically mention, oh, we didn't do this since 1999. And for those of you who were conscious, right, during 1999, you know that was a very hectic period where they said the world was going to end and Y2K and what's going to happen with the clocks, right? Because all the clocks up until that time, right, only went up to 1999, right? They weren't programmed to go beyond that. Prince, ow, no wonder Prince was so happy this morning. He's a Gemini, isn't he? His birthday's coming up, isn't it? Hey, Prince. He has a song called 1999, right? And then hearing that song, Spirit let the collective know that a lot of people are out of time, right? Not just the people who are trying to stop you from manifesting your dreams into your reality. You know, the ones doing the bippity boppity boo, lighting the candles, doing the things, right? Not just them. But as I sit with the energy again, that oops, we're out of time energy, it feels like for those of you who have been dragging your feet and putting off your growth and putting off what your intuition was guiding you to do and delaying things, baby, you're about to watch the rest of the class graduate. It's okay. You know, people get held back every year. It's okay. Everybody moves on their own time. No judgment, no shade. Just when you see everybody else walk across that stage, get their awards, get their accolades, don't shed a tear. because you had the same opportunity to go in and do the work, do what needs to be done to manifest your dreams, right? Some of you barely made it by the hairs of your chinny chin chin, but you made it. Whether you make it by an inch or a mile, you made it. Ew. So where were you, right? 1999. What was going on for you in 1999? And what are you hoping to end now, right? 1999. I didn't even do the mathematics of it, numerology of it. So, okay. 1 and 9 is 10, which brings us to 1. Plus 9 is 10, which brings us to 1. Plus 9 is 10. Did I do that right? 1999 was a 1 year? Hold on. Hold on, collective, because I think we just stumbled onto something that it was a 1 year. It was a 1 year. It was a start of a cycle of those once in a lifetime moments now for millennials and those that came after. It was a lot of negative once in a lifetime moments. It feels like for those of you who have been doing the work, the new cycle that's about to begin after 2026, right? Because 2026, we laid down all the ground laws, we did all the things, right? We're almost halfway through the year. Once 2027 gets here, you're going to really start to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to be living comfortably in this new cycle for those of you who have done the work. It's no coincidence, right? That 1999 is being brought up so heavily in the media. Pay attention to the signs, right? This Knicks win is it's not a fluke, right? It's pointing the collectives to something that's much bigger than basketball. Well, what's bigger than basketball? Much bigger than entertainment. We're talking about real life planetary cosmic shift, because as above, so below. And as below, so above. Are you ready though? Are you truly ready to receive all of the things that you've been praying for, hoping for, wishing for, asking for? Let's find out. Holy Spirit, what does this collective, right? Our TikTok collective, my husband's kids, soon to be ex-husband's kids, because y'all know how I feel about TikTok and all these new rules and new things. We like it on the other side. And yes, they have cookies. So if you're not there with me on the other side, make sure you get there. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to hear on this beautiful, hot Tuesday celebratory afternoon? I love to say that every day is a celebration, right? Every day is a moment for us to say, you know what? Regardless of what's going wrong, these are all of the things that are going right. And I'm so, 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 so very grateful. Feel free to put any thoughts, feelings, questions you're having about what comes out in the chat. And I will get to it as soon as we are done channeling the message. Holy Spirit, what is the vibe on this Tuesday? And then we'll get some tarot for good measure. How you guys doing? What's the weather like by you? What is the message on this Tuesday? A lot of healing. We know. Hey, Momo. We know. How are you, my love? Birthday girl. One time for the see out of character. I will be chatting with you later. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Hold up. Okay, before we go any further, let's take a pause for the cause. Because this cut, right, where we see the bottom of the deck and what's in the middle of the deck, middle-ish. This 10 of Cups with this Temperance. The blue moon that's coming in on Sunday is not one that you want to catch. You want to let catch you sleeping, right? It's happening at 4:44 Eastern Standard Time. So that's 1:44 on the West Coast. See what time it's happening during your neck of the woods. This might be a good moon to make moon water, right? Especially if you are working with impossible situations, right? Things that the odds may be stacked against you. This moon water that is collected, formed, made on this lunation will serve you very, very well. This is a moment of healing, not just with relationships, but the relationship with self and the relationship with source. Remember, as above, so below. This is a time, and we've gotten this heads up. This is the time to really, really make time to meditate. Go out in nature, hug a tree, dip your toes in some water, right? I'll be at the beach later, right? Dip your toes in some grass. Ground yourself and feel the good vibrations that are being sent your way so you could also receive the downloads you need to execute the plans you have in your head flawlessly. Your guides are rooting for you to win. They are doing everything on their side within their capabilities to help you along your journey, to do the healing, to bring into balance, to alchemize that silver into gold, right? To bring you that transformation, it is going to require a little bit more patience, right? We talked about this in the sunrise sessions. When we hear that something is going to happen, it doesn't mean that's going to happen in this moment or the next. It's just giving you the heads up that it's about to happen. So get ready when you really should be staying ready so you don't have to get ready. There's a lot of healing energy coming to relationships, right? Because we need true lovers, true twin flames, not this Vogue magazine crap y'all got going on. Right? True purpose partners like Isis and Osiris, right? To come together to raise the vibration of the planet to complete the wealth transfer. No more, how can I put this nicely? No more settling in love, right? We talked about the people that we attract, right? You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. So if somebody's treating you like sugar, honey, iced tea, I think this message came out for Taurus to take a good look at the man in the mirror. Yeah, you might want to start there, Bookie, and make some changes. When you know better, you attract better, you move different. And some people, they're not ready to hear it. Some people have seen generations of their family go through volatile romantic situations and they think that's the norm. Baby, it's not. Just as the trees exist peacefully, we're supposed to do the same too, right? Just as the planets can exist in orbit peacefully, we're supposed to be able to do that too. Love is not violence. Some people need to heal that aspect of their soul on their journey. And as much as I want that for the collective, it breaks my heart to say that some of you aren't ready. Some of you just want to deal with the devil, and I get that. I get that. Exercise your free will. Do what you feel is best for you. But if you identify that person as the devil and you still stay, whatever happens next, baby, that's all on you. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this? Shoot. That Hierophant coming out in reverse. Who's not trusting their intuition? Spirit specifically said this morning that they're going to make believers out of non-believers, right? Holy Spirit, a final word with my favorite deck for the collective. I don't know if y'all could see how that flew out, but it flew out right by the obsidian tower. Anything else for the collective? Because that's where we'll start. Anything else? Going once. Going twice. Thank you. Crossing. So this beautiful card, right, flew out all the way over there. and it's despair. The woe is me energy, which ties into directly what was shared or parts of what was shared during the sunrise session today. Pick your head up. We've already know that, okay, we have a whole laundry list of things that went wrong. We had a whole laundry list of how life disappointed you and you don't believe in Christmas anymore and the tooth fairy isn't real. Yeah. Okay, we get that. Now what? Are you going to stay here? You can, right? Going back to exercising your free will, you could stay here with your head down and making your dog sad. And is that a bottle of Henny? Anywho, you have the free will choice to do whatever it is you want. But if you continue to look at your situation as desperate, it never works out, things never work out, from all that negative Nancy, negative Norman talk needs to be, we were supposed to leave that in 2025. What are you doing with it still? 5 months, about to be 6 months into 2026. Those changes, because 32 breaks down to 5, and 5 is the number of changes. You guys have been working so hard for you to just look up. Some of you don't realize there's a whole rainbow with a pot of gold at the end of it waiting just for you. But you're so caught up in all the things that went wrong, you forget to count all the things that have gone right. Starting with the fact that you were even able to get up, sit down on this box to put your head down. If you rise up in the morning and your toes can touch the ground and you can walk, baby, you have a whole brand new 24 hours to make some ish shake in the way that you want. If you keep holding on to the vibe of things never working out for you, you're always going to find yourself in that situation. Once you change your vibe to the luckiest person alive, the luckiest person around, you'll be surprised at how the universe bends, shakes, twists, falls, bows to make you happy. You are reminded that you never get what you want. You always receive what you are. Do the work to get your booty up. Get up. We're not taking negative Nancys and negative Normans into the summertime, right? Or the winter, or the spring, or any time of year. Stop it. You've mourned enough. You've beat yourself up enough, right? Stop. This is a moment for you. You've been put on notice that it's time to pick up your head. Start believing in yourself again, right? Get out this Hierophant in reverse energy. Stop that, right? Because the blessings are coming and they're going to show up serendipitously, right? It's going to be a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious moment, right? Mary Poppins and how she was always so do-do-do with the kids, right? That's supposed to be your life, right? Just flying through life, smiling and singing and just everything at your beck and call, but you in the house. Why? Isolation? Oh yeah, because of how life showed up and you got your heart broken and you lost this and you lost that, and I get it. I feel for you, right? What if I told you that's part of the journey? In order to have a life so sweet, you got to know the opposite of it, right? But also, especially those of you who were conscious, right, in 1999, right, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and up, you are the generational curse breaker. You are. What would make you think that journey is easy? Generations of your people have endured the same nonsense, right? The same rhetoric, right? You've seen the same relationship dynamics play out with your mom and dad, your grandpa and your grandma, your great-grandparents, your uncles and your aunts, and up. But your story is supposed to be different because you're the first one among your people that truly understand that regardless of what life gives you, You're the author of your story. You get to write your soul script and change it at any given time. They want to put you on this journey straight to your happily ever after. But you, my dear, have to believe. Do the work, right? If you're going to be in isolation, do the work, do the meditation, get yourself a spiritual advisor, right? Do some soul therapy, right? Some soul sessions with me or with somebody else. But don't just sit here sad. Get yourself something yummy, and it's Taco Tuesday, right? Get yourself something yummy. First of all, pick yourself up. Remind yourself that you deserve every good thing that the universe has to offer, and then hold space for the universe, the Most High, your angels and guides to bring it to you, right? Message. Oh, look at that. We have the High Priestess and the Hierophant coming out together, right? The Divine Feminine coming out. Messages have been sent. This confirms, aligns with what was said earlier about making time to receive those downloads, aka the instructions your guides are trying to send to you. Empaths, and especially, right? Intuitive empaths, right? If you're like me and you're an intuitive empath, right? It's challenging because you feel all the feelings and there's no off button, right? There's only an intensity button, right? But this is calling you to honor whether you're a masculine or feminine energy, your feminine energy, your feelings, your wants, your desires, and then let the universe, let the Most High bring it to you, right? Community coming out in reverse is pointing to a bit of mistrust, a bit of hesitation to open up your heart to the possibilities. Be like Ariel. Be like Ariel, okay? Maybe not as foolish, right? But the bravery to do whatever it takes to enter the whole new world, right? To get her prince or her princess or whatever it is you like, to go for what you want, right? She didn't care to sign her name on the dotted line. That was very brave. I don't think at the end of the day it was her father that saved her. It was her audacity and bravery that saved her. Find your inner audacity. Find your bravery and let it guide you to your happily ever after. Okay? Okay. Hello? Do you need a hug? When the kids were small and they would start their temper tantrums, one thing that stopped them dead in their tracks is when I would look them in their pretty little faces and say, "You need a hug?" Instant shift, instant change, right? If we could shift the energy with children that way, we can shift it with adults. But it starts with you, right? Being in that peaceful, the world's got my back energy. I can have anything that I want because it's your birthright. We were made in his image, so call us by our name. That's not just some sweet lyrics, right? It was a reminder. It was, first of all, it was a call, right? To chosen ones to remember, get the reminder, receive the, let me switch this over a little bit so you can see everything. Receive the reminder that just as he said, oh, on the first day, let there be light and let there be this and bibbidi boppy boo. You can too. Maybe not to the magnitude, right? Of God, of the Most High. But death and life does reside on the tongue, right? We speak things constantly into existence. And now we know that even our thoughts manifest into our existence. We have this beautiful, beautiful world stage, right? Some of us are the first amongst our bloodline to have access, free access to so much spiritual information. Baby, what are you doing? You could just type and look anywhere to find the information that you seek to help you manifest the life of your dreams. You are reminded, because I feel like with this group, we said this the last time we were alive. Just because it happened for so and 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 so, That's supposed to be your sign that it can happen for you too. But you're thinking that it's a one-off. It's a miracle. They must have done this. They must have done that. No, they had audacity, bravery. Spirit said something about the mental marathon. The mental marathon, right? It's not a race. It's not a 100-meter dash. It is a marathon. And the people that win are the ones who hang in there, right? They might slow down, take a sip of water, but they hang in there. Somebody is reminded, regardless of what it is you want to do in this life, right? Say you want to be a content creator, go for it, right? I'm too old, I'm too young, hello? Why are you putting all of these limitations on yourself? Please explain to me. I want to know for real, for real. Yes, they are a gazillion content creators, right? Some of them really good, some of them not so much, right? But there's only one you. Not saying your mojo is good or bad. It is unique. And somebody needs that unique spin that you have on baking cookies, on talking about the next, on crystals, on whatever you could think about. Yes, there might be a million people doing the same things, but baby, there's only one you. Side note, another reason why not to let them people play in your face. Okay? Okay. Poverty. Oh my God. Oh, but it's in reverse. It's in reverse. Confirming that blessings are coming in serendipitously, right? Out of the clear blue sky. Those once in a blue moon opportunities just magically falling into the laps of the chosen ones who are ready to receive it. Destiny favors the prepared. Okay? Okay. Oh, hello. Hello. Almost choked on that one. That's what she said. Taurus energy, King of Pentacles energy, successful business, starting that new business. Oh, there's 1,000,001 taco shops. Yeah, you're right. There are. But nobody does tacos like you do it, right? Stop being stubborn. Stop being slow. Stop being divorced from the idea that you can have it all when it's the very thing that your guides, the angels. All right, let's take your guides and angels and ancestors off the table, right? Because you can say, well, they're supposed to do that. That's what they're here for, right? My ancestors, that's what they're here for. The Most High wants to bring this to you. And you're going to say no because you're in your feelings? You're in your feelings? Get out of it and receive that king. Step into your King of Pentacles energy or your queen. Step into your energy of knowing that you don't chase, you attract, you say a word and it manifests because you are on. It's not even a game, right? Spirit wanted me to say you're on your manifestation game, but it's not a game. This is your vibe. You have mastered. You're being asked to master the energy of knowing that the world is yours. Full stop. Stop trying to put conditions on everything, right? Just accept and co-create with the universe, right? Stop being so scary. Stop being so scared and cautious. Take that leap of faith because on the other side of that jump, we're talking about leaps of faith, guys, right? Is your happily ever after. It's everything you've been wishing for, hoping for, wanting for. They want to bring it to you abundantly, exceedingly, pressed down. You know the word, right? King of Wands, center stage. It can talk about possessiveness, but the King of Wands is another Leo energy, right? It's another energy of going for what you want and not taking no for an answer. No, it's just redirection. Stop being so scared about the blessings that you have coming in and start preparing to receive it. And then let me know when it happens. Come back and share your stories when it happens because that's going to motivate somebody else to put on their Gideon boots, step into the war, and do what they need to do. Show up to the marathon and do what they need to do. Put in that application, start that page, start that business. And not just like, oh, I have this small business selling napkins and I don't no. I have an amazing business that has these napkins that you wouldn't believe. Sell it like you know it's the best thing since sliced bread, because in all actuality, it is. If you were given an idea, right, to do XYZ, it's because you're the best person to do XYZ. And if you want to talk yourself out of it, okay, cool. No problem. They're just going to give that idea to Prince, right? That Michael Jackson quote is something that I've actually lived by for years. This is something that I heard as a kid, he said, which always kept me on my intuitive. I get a message, I move, right? I try not to think about it at all. You want me to do something? Done. Because I know I have enough evidence that if I get that thought, it means there's something good coming this way. And I'm sharing that with you. Those intuitive nudges, those dreams, I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know why I would think. Those are the very moments when you need to double down and trust your intuition, right? Do the work to do the deep dive. Like, okay, why am I thinking of opening a taco stand? I work in IT, but I love tacos. You are the best person to open up a taco stand because you know what makes a good taco, right? Maybe because I'm hungry, maybe because it's Taco Tuesday, but tacos is very heavy today. Very heavy in the messages. Regardless of what you're dreaming of that you want to do, it's not a side hustle. It's your birthright. It's what's been given to you to manifest the life of your dreams. If you're like me and thought that going to college and getting the degrees and the accolades was the way, and then being told, yeah, that was cute, but this is what we really want you to do, right? That shift, that pivot is where you find your peace, your prosperity, your protection, and your power. Do not forget that. That scary thing, you're like, oh, I could never do that. And you're the only one holding you back, not your mother, not the people that curse your name. Pause. Have we been warding our names? Have we been reclaiming our sovereignty and putting it out into the cosmos that we are unfuckwithable? Are we? Are we taking what is meant for our harm and turning it into our... Start there, boo-boo. But before you even start there, because that's not going to work. Some of you, your manifestation doesn't work, your magic doesn't work, your spell work doesn't work. Even when you hire other people to do it for you, it doesn't work because you don't believe. You're still like looking like this, like, oh my God, is it going to work? Is it going to happen? Is it? You have to know that you say a word and your word shall be done. Hard stop, period. No, but except in this instance, no if then statements. 1 + 1 = 2, period. What you want is coming to you, but you have to allow it. You have to make space for it. You have to, first and foremost, pick your head up. Okay? Okay. That is the message for the collective. Don't forget to share your stories. Hey, New Heart. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? And of course, if you need a personal session, you know where to go, right? Right. Honeybee. Is there a proper way to word my name? I mean, technically, yes. But in the world of bippity boppity boo, anything goes, right? Holding the intention is just simply saying anytime someone mentions my name, I get a taco, right? It's actually saying really what it's saying. Like, I could giggle on that, but really what it's saying is that, hey, if you're going to be messing with my energy, it's got to benefit me. So however you want to send that word out into the world, into the universe, go off, have fun, light a candle, get a oil, right? Right. Pause. The one to say my name from I have a new term, right? Sister-in-law, right? Not law, right? Law. LWA. If you know, you know, right? That oil, that's a good oil to ward your name with, and it smells amazing. Momo, I don't even use my degree. Well, technically, I mean, not in its technical form, right? We're not going to get all Cheyenne Bryant on us, right? But you do use aspects of it, and the journey to it definitely helped you become the person you are today, and we love that. We love that. Meet my taco baby. Admiral, you're too funny. You're too funny. Mars. I think I made everybody want tacos. Like I am definitely. I don't know if I should get tacos now or wait till I get to the beach. I never tried the tacos at the beach, but this year I made a vow to be courageous to patronize the restaurants that are actually on the boardwalk. Miss Nicole, how are you? How are Atma? Well, look at that. You work in IT and you love talk. I guess that was personal because how did we even get here? Boogie, I love it. I love it. I love it. The trippy hippie. Well, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for spending this part of your day or your evening, depending upon where you are in the world, with me, Spirit, and the Soul Tribe. Hey, the Queen. The Queen. Ow. Hugs, my darling Miss Nicole. Big, big hugs. It's a lot of heavy energy going through. It's a lot of different things going on at once. A lot of different levels, both on the personal level, and the collective level. Hang in there, right? Because you actually have a finish line. We just got to get you past that finish line. We got to cross over, and then things shall ease up. Hey, Georgia girl, how are you? Hello, Nemesis. Everything, everything. I'm gonna ruin it for some of you guys. Not too much. When the grandma said, I had a dream, I felt that in my soul immediately. I was like, is that me in 30 years? And to see how that played out, definitely a tear was definitely shed. But yeah, Nemesis was chef's kiss. Watching that again. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over exceedingly abundantly above all that we can imagine. Thank you, Queen. Because that's definitely the energy that was coming through. And some of you may be like, oh, I've heard this before. I've been hearing this for the past 2 years. And when I get into the comments and respond to you guys under those videos, my comment always is, when are you going to start believing it? Some of you, that last missing piece is your belief. The minute you feel it in your whole soul, down to your bone marrow, that XYZ is going to happen by spiritual law, by physical law, like Isaac Newton physics law, it has to happen. It just has to. But this moment, whatever has you in this energy, I get it. It can be heavy, right? We talked very lightly about it, but sometimes in certain situations, it can be really, really hard to pick your head up. That's when you reach out your hand for help, right? Your dog is not the only sentient being that loves you. You are deeply loved. If nobody told you that today, feel that in your soul. You are deeply loved, and you've come here with a very specific mission. That's also part of the reason why life had been so hard up until this point, because we're not claiming that anymore. We know what that looks like. You've been through the trenches. Some of you might need to write this down on a sticky note. Put it on the lock screen of your phone. Are you ready? Let me sit up straight. You've been through the trenches. Got to start again. You've been through the trenches. Now it's ready to sit on the throne. You've been through the trenches. Now you're ready to sit on the throne. Claim it. Unless you want to spend the rest of your life as a warrior, that's fine. We always need good warriors. Solstice, the period between the summer solstice next month, right? June 21st, and the Lionsgate portal, August 12th, right? That's the end of it, right? Marks your coronation. The eclipses that happen after that solidifies your new title. For those of you who are brave enough to do what it takes to claim it, to go from the trenches to the throne. Unique. Anytime. Anytime. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the follows, you guys. You guys. Definitely, Boogie. Definitely tap into that Capricorn energy. JLR. All right. I think I got to most of the comments before we wrap up. And I am going to post this on YouTube, so make sure you are with me over there, right? Those sunrise sessions, they hit a lot different. And every day, like Monday, we do the overall energy and horoscopes, etoscopes for the week. Tuesday is all about the mystic messages. Wednesdays, we get the tea on who's hiding what, right? Lovers, friends, bosses, whomever. Thursdays is all about the Benjamins. Friday, we talk about love and the weekend. That is basically the schedule. Empress energy all day, every day, Morty. How are you? How's the weather in your neck of the woods? Nothing like a reality check from Miss Etta in the best way. I am so grateful for you and all of you guys, because some of you have been on from the very beginning. I think we are nearing around our hour mark. Maybe some of you have sent me love offerings and blessings and orders, and I love it. 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 You guys take so good care of me in the physical and the spiritual. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. And I love you. You know who you are. Already know. Already know. Brittany, we won't be doing any personals on the live, but it's a good time to sit down with your intuition, which was the biggest thing, right? Really sitting down and making space to receive those downloads that have been in queue far too long. Slow down and make time to meditate, ground, so you can receive the answers that you seek. And again, if people aren't honoring your worth, if people have you in your head, that is your cue. Immediately send them about their way. Oh yeah. This full moon, because full moons is all about endings, right? Illumination, things coming to the light. And we have this beautiful, hey now, that almost looks like, I forgot what's that character from the video game. Blue moons, full moons, bringing things to endings, closing chapters, right? Especially chapters we got the heads up about in Sagittarius season, November, December. Things we were feeling, thinking, wanting, desiring around that time. If that doesn't align, when you were making up your New Year's resolutions and the new year, new year, new me vibe, and planning out what 2026 was going to look like, if anything or anyone doesn't align with that vision right now, after all of the opportunity that has been given to rise up to the occasion, that's your cosmic cue right away that goodbye, which might put you in this energy, but it also clears the space for what fits your vision of love. somebody that loves you as much as the Creator does, the universe does. There's no coincidence that all these mystics and readers and all this spiritual information came online. Well, it's been online, but we saw this huge quantum jump, quantum leap 2019 into 2000, right? Where our FYPs were flooded with manifestation and Reiki and grounding, and all this spiritual knowledge was showering us every single day. That's not by coincidence. It's not because the FYP learned your behavior. It's because your guides wanted you to see those messages so you can claim your divine inheritance when we got to this point of the journey. For those of you who missed it, hey, Bonnets View, how are you? For those of you who missed the beginning of the live, it will be posted on my YouTube channel around 9:30-ish Eastern Standard Time tonight. Sit with the information that came out. Sit with the vibes that you are feeling. Make a moment, even if you got to run to the bathroom for 5 minutes, and just tap into what your guides, your angels have been trying to tell you, what you need to release once and for all before this full moon in Sagittarius gets here. We know Sagittarius is the archer. And we know, because we heard this in other messages, that the archer doesn't miss its mark. They don't want you to miss your mark. They don't want you to not hit your goals. They've given you everything you need. Everything is lined up for you to win. All you got to do now is release what doesn't serve your highest and greatest good, whomever, whatever, wherever, and believe in your magic. Believe in your own naturally born talents to do the thing that you come on this earth to do, and do it unapologetically.